as well. Today we're going to talk about chapter 17 of this great book, Taoiteching from Lao Tzu. Translated, but it's quite interesting. I'll read it later for you, this chapter 17. But basically, it's about living basically the enlightenment. So basically, as an enlightenment leader. So what is an enlightenment leader, you will say? Is someone basically that is not a dictator, is not a someone that tell you what to do. Is someone that basically guides you, and in his or her absence, then it's much better done than he or she let when he or she is there in real presence. So basically that's all about it, I will say, but there's much more I'll explain to you in my opinion about it. So one of the thing here is with great leadership, basically is also great responsibility, and basically a great enlightened leader, sorry, is someone basically who don't actually lead. Then you will say, how comes? A leader should lead, right? Yes, but he doesn't lead anymore. He just let it be, meaning that the people will do it. It's also at home. At home when you always hover around your children and tell them you should do this, you should do that. And children, of course, sometimes will listen, but most of the time they will just do it because you want them to do it, because otherwise there's consequences. Or maybe you just become a little bit angry when you do that. So that's very important to understand as well, that sometimes as parents we have to let them also try it out without us being interfering too much. So a little bit example about this one is especially when you have small kids and when they fight and they come and cry and tell you, please come and help me. If it's not let's say violent, it's just maybe argument, I will always tell them to just figure it out yourself and then come back to me if you cannot resolve it. And usually more than, I will say, statistically 80-90% they can solve it by themselves, and eventually they will play with each other, because otherwise you will sometimes, if you're not around, maybe like at school or playground or something, they have to try to either be diplomatic or either to fight it out. So that's why I said it's not about that you tell them what to do. Otherwise, it's a little bit like you never really learn how to adapt or how to handle situation, especially when they're very young. Okay, so when it comes to business, or if you're in your workforce, I will say there is a lot of things in my mind to tell you. So one of the things is we fix it ourselves without the need for, like I said, any interfering. That's very important. All right. So basically, this is a very important part that when you have truly inspired leaders, basically they get results done by example. They will tell you what they expect, and then you come up with your own way to solve the problem. And that's very good. Instead of exactly tell you what to do and how to solve the problem, then that's not a leader. That's more like a task manager. Someone who is hovering all around you and tell you what to do. And that's not really a true leader. All right, so let's go on. Everyone else that basically feel that they have accomplished something, they will always say to themselves that after all this, we have done it by ourselves. And that's a very good leader. So it's not the leader say that they've done it by themselves. It's the people, the workers, the people that has been guided by the leader that says, after all this, we have done it by ourselves. That's the very great impact as a real true leader. All right. So all in all, the trust is very important. So the leaders trust those people that are doing their job, and the people are basically having the self-discipline to make it right.
And also the leaders are praisers. Basically it's like a cheerleaders. That's why it's called cheerleaders. If the leader just praise people sincerely, of course, from the heart, and tell them that they have done good jobs, and that would be great as a reward. Sometimes it's even better than money. People likes to see that their job is doing well, so that's why they will do even more for you once they see that you sincerely praise them about doing that they have done, making their own decision, and that is a very great opportunity. Okay. So if you encourage those people that work for you, that's a very good way of basically getting things done. Remember basically what Tao Te Ching from this part says, that when a leader trusts no one and no one trusts him. So you, as a leader, you have to trust the people that work for you, because that is a very crucial part, and that's the reason also it's like relationship. You are on the same ship. It's a relationship. So as Hafiz, a long time ago in 14th century, said in his poem, it's a great one. I'm gonna read it through. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. So that's amazing, right? So that's the reason why you can say that the sun never says to the earth, "Hey, you owe me." He always shine, regardless. So be that person always, also that always shine, instead of bossing around, of telling people what to do. Okay. So let me read this 17th verse for you from this book, and it's a very great one. So let me see. Is the best of all rulers is but a shadowy presence to his subjects. Next comes the ruler they love and praise. Next comes one they fear. Next comes one with whom they take liberties. When there is not enough faith, there is lack of good faith. Hesitant, he does not utter words lightly, and importantly, he says when his task is accomplished and his work done, the people all say, "It happened to us naturally." Wow. See? So that's what I like about this book written. I like to promote one of the great books of my friends. So take a look. It's called Beloved Childhood. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.